Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Deadly Beauty, where I do a makeup look that corresponds with the plant of the day, and throw in a murder mystery as well. Today, I'm here to introduce to you Deadly Nightshade, also known as Belladonna, and the story of the 1781 South African deadly nightshade case. Let's get started. Deadly nightshade, Atropa belladonna, a plant with beauty in its name and poison in its veins. This plant has been both feared and revered for thousands of years. Its delicate purple flowers and glossy black berries grow in quiet, shaded woodlands. But every part of it, the roots, the leaves, the fruit, is toxic. Even a small dose can paralyze the nervous system. Belladonna contains alkaloids like atropine, scopolamine, and hyoscyamine. These chemicals interfere with the body's ability to regulate its muscles, leading to dry mouth, hallucinations, blurry vision, and in higher amounts, coma or death. In Renaissance Italy, noblewomen used belladonna to dilate their pupils. Wide eyes were considered seductive, and the drops made their gaze look soft and dreamy. That's where the name Belladonna, beautiful woman, comes from. Ironically, they were slowly poisoning themselves for beauty. In ancient Rome, it was used to assassinate enemies in silence. Belladonna could be slipped into wine, tea, or honey, undetectable until it was too late. Even the infamous Roman Empress, Livia, was rumored to have used it in palace plots. In medieval witchcraft, belladonna was used in so-called flying ointments. These ointments were said to cause vivid dreams, spiritual flight, and deep trances. Applied to the skin, the toxins absorb slowly, bringing visions or madness. Some historians now believe many of these flights were poison-induced hallucinations. Belladonna doesn't shout for attention. It thrives in the shadows. Quiet, patient, powerful. It teaches the lesson that not everything beautiful is safe, and not everything dangerous wears a warning. Today, in the right doses, belladonna compounds are still used medicinally. Atropine can dilate pupils in eye exams, reduce saliva during surgery, and treat certain types of nerve poisoning. But this is no home remedy. It must be handled with precision and respect. Deadly nightshade is more than a poison. It's a paradox. It represents the fine line between healing and harm, a dark guardian of hidden knowledge, and a reminder that in nature, beauty and danger are often entwined. 1781, the Cape Colony. A quiet Dutch farmstead nestled in the foothills near Stellenbosch. The Van der Merwe family, 2 parents and their sons, ages 9 and 12, sit down for supper, having boiled wild greens, stew, bread, and wine. They finish the meal, night falls, and hours later the father begins to vomit violently. The mother follows, shaking, incoherent. Their breathing grows shallow. By morning, both are dead. The boys survive, one confused, the other catatonic. The colonial constable records it as food poisoning, an unfortunate accident, perhaps spoiled meat or foraged herbs mistaken in the pot. A quiet burial follows. No autopsy, no questions. But not everyone accepts the official story. A respected Khoi herbalist, known to locals simply as Maurosa, is called in by a neighbor concerned for the boy's health. What she sees unsettles her. The mother's eyes are still wide open in death, pupils dilated, glassy, unnatural. A detail easy to miss, unless you knew what to look for. In the kitchen garden, Maurosa finds a pouch in linen, tied with a Dutch-style knot. Inside, crushed blackberries with a faint sheen, a scent like honey and rot. She recognizes it immediately. It's belladonna. Also called deadly nightshade, a European plant not native to Africa, but brought accidentally in ship cargo, seed exchanges, or potted herb gardens. Sometimes admired, sometimes misunderstood. Atropa belladonna contains powerful alkaloids. Even 2 or 3 berries can kill. It slows the heart, dilates the pupils, confuses the mind. In the 1700s, it was used in both medicine and murder. Whispers spread. Some say it was the work of the scorned woman, a widow from a nearby homestead, once rumored to be romantically entangled with Mr. van der Merwe. Others blame a cousin, set to inherit part of the farmland should both adults pass. And then there's the simplest explanation, a tragic mistake, an attempt to brew a fever tonic from unfamiliar herbs gone terribly wrong. No charges were ever filed. The deaths were marked accidental. The boys were sent to live with relatives in the Cape Town district. But the van der Merwe's stead was eventually abandoned. Locals say the land never grew right again. Belladonna does not cry when it kills. It leaves no smell, no bloody scene, only silence and shadows. This case remains unsolved, but the haunting never left. Nor did this historical marvel ever exist, because it was all fiction. So, the next time you pass a wild patch of blackberries in the shade, don't trust what you see. Pause. Look again. Because what seems harmless may be belladonna, waiting. Not blooming for beauty, but watching in silence, as it has for centuries, patient, poisonous, and older than your fears. That is all I have for you all today. Remember, do your research, and happy Saturday. Yours truly, Crimson Fox.